my god. I looked at the camera, I snapped.
Hey.
Hey. Good Call Podcast.
Good Call Podcast.
Episode 7.
Welcome back.
7 episodes
Episode
so far
7.
of making good calls.
This many.
That's
Our last show before
7.
spring break. I never start off by asking you guys how you're doing. How are we doing?
Bad.
Pretty good.
Well, Ryan, I'll tell you, it's been a rough day for me, as I was just informed that my car got towed this morning. So there is 250 bones down the drain. Thank you, Diane.
Shout out.
Shout out Diane for let's move on from the topic. How about that? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Cooper
Anyway.
Josephsburg.
I'd like to give a little shout out to my friend Henry Keithley, as it is his birthday today.
Thank you.
The big 2-2.
Whoa.
You know, thank you.
Big 2-2, Henry.
I
I'd
mean,
like-
you got me this shirt.
I love that shirt. That's a good shirt.
I'm supposedly getting another gift as well, so hey,
You could say.
thank you.
Of course. Well, I might not be able to afford it now, thanks to Diane.
I'll
but-
just Venmo you.
Yeah,
it's
just
fine.
Venmo me, bro.
Yeah.
You can pay for it.
Anyway. That's all right. We live and we learn. We'll just never park anywhere again because
It's all going.
it's all a fire hazard.
Yeah,
if you think about it, everything's a fire hazard.
That's
because,
a fire hazard.
Yeah,
this is a fire hazard.
That's a fire hazard.
He's a
That's
fire hazard.
There
Yeah.
definitely is
Fire
one.
hazards everywhere.
I think parking anywhere in Bloomington's just don't do
You're
it.
not allowed to look at.
You're not allowed to
spots.
look at the road.
No, you can't.
No.
Just walk.
If I was
everywhere you
president,
go.
that'd be my first executive order.
Same.
Free parking on college campuses.
Oh, I'd make it worse. No cars.
No
Close-
cars.
Yeah.
Only permits, but they cost $200 per
Yeah,
park.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that would work. But yeah, it's impossible to park anywhere here. But we should move on.
We
Yep.
should move on because the Big Ten tournament starts today.
That's right.
IU
Big news.
gets a bye, but they play the winner of Penn
We're so
State.
good, we gotta buy.
They play the winner of Penn State and Northwestern, who play tonight.
Yeah.
I think we are all in the same boat when I say that we'd rather see Penn,
Penn
State
State,
than
for
Northwestern because we haven't beat Northwestern since 21.
Yep, 2000. It was either late 2020 or early 2021. Archie's last year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, Christian Lander, I think, got some playing time.
Yep.
So, yeah. It's been a minute. Chris Collins has had the Hoosiers numbers.
And it's in Chicago.
Yeah, true.
Northwestern playing in Chicago.
Hey, but
The
I
Windy
mean,
City.
IU's got a
Think about
strong
that, yeah.
alumni base in Chicago.
Yeah,
I don't
sure
think
that's still an advantage for
Northwestern
us.
fans are going to outnumber us. So,
IU can somehow manage to beat Northwestern or Penn State, they'll move on to Purdue, which
Yeah.
I think IU got a pretty favorable draw.
yeah.
Because,
yeah.
I mean, we need to go on a run at this point. We're not in. We're on the wrong side of the bubble.
I mean, Joe Lenardi still has us in. I can't believe it.
I saw that.
But that
yeah.
dude's, I mean, the last couple of years, he has not been accurate bracketology-wise. I think he ranks one of the lower bracketologists. So, I mean, it's kind of for clicks. But like you were saying, I mean, we got a pretty good draw. And I feel like we say this every year. Like, we got to win a couple games in the Big Ten tournament. And our draw looks pretty appealing. But then IU's not known for being great in the Big Ten tournament. We've never won in the Big Ten tournament. So, I mean, we'll see. Purdue's been sliding. I mean, the last good game Purdue played, I feel like, was against us.
Yeah.
So,
And we were kind of talking about it the other night, and we were watching some highlights last night from some old teams, 2002 team in particular.
Yes.
Shout out to the shirt. But anyway, I just feel like that mojo's gone. I mean, I feel like not even this team, but like the past few years, we haven't had that same sort of feeling. And it sucks that feeling is almost nostalgic. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't had an IU team that good, or at least that we think could, go all the way in that sense. And I just feel like that's kind of gone in this team.
the
And,
feeling is gone.
yeah, the feeling is gone.
It needs to be
Yeah.
restored.
But I mean, like zooming in on just this season in particular, it's just like, it's hard to be on the side of like, oh, all we need is this. All we need is this. Because it's just like, you almost want to like give up on the team, which I hate.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a fan of a team, you never want to give up on them. But it just seems like IU.
I'm going to be honest. It's getting pretty, like, concerning. The fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, the program itself, like, I don't know. We're, like, kind of at the end It feels like, I mean, if they got to get it right soon, or it's going to be hard to get the fan base back and supporting the team. It's not like, I would say it's just the lack of like energy. Like, even if there was more hate, I'm not going to say that's a good thing, but it's just like, it feels like nobody really cares.
Yeah.
Nobody's really talking about it. And why should they? I mean, the team's practically like, other than the Marquette game, I mean, after that, I thought we were going to be amazing, but Marquette turns out to be terrible. They haven't given us anything to root for.
Yeah.
That Purdue game was cool, but yeah, just not great stuff.
The more and more the years go on and there's less and less results, I think that just builds the pressure for whether it's a new head coach or recruits.
Yeah. Makes it harder.
It builds the pressure more and more to the point where, like, it's just hard to get, like, bought in when it's so on, like, such a downward trajectory. Yeah,
and I kind of feel bad for DeVries, but also, like, you're the coach of IU. You need to get this stuff figured out. I mean, he came out yesterday and said, like, the one thing he's learned most in his first year in the Big Ten is the 4 and 5 positions are much different in the Big Ten as opposed to every other conference. And I'm like, well, yeah, obviously. I mean, you can't just, like, and that could have been a cop out, but, like,
I don't understand why you got so much hate for that.
I understand
What else?
both sides of it because, I mean, you're being hired at Indiana to recruit the best kids in the country at every position. You can't just ignore one position. And he kind of did that. He was hired a little late in the cycle, so it took him a minute to get into the portal. Like, there was a minute we didn't even have a team, and guys were getting concerned. But he said it's going to be the main objective this offseason to recruit the 4 and 5. So,
Yeah,
I mean, that's a good thing. But then you can't just waste a year, I don't think, not necessarily tackling all positions to the best of your capabilities. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I took that as a positive because it shows that he's going to
yeah,
put
but
emphasis next
he's also
year.
just saying it. He's got to go do it in the portal. That's why he hired Ryan Carr. He's
Well,
probably
he can't
doing
do it
that
now,
right
so what else are you going to do other than say
No,
it?
I
It's like,
agree. I agree with
at
both
least he's-
sides.
yeah.
It's just the fan base is getting very just I don't know, they're very unsettled. There's no more patience. I mean, we're not going to wait another year to not be in the tournament or just get one bye in the Big Ten tournament. Like, we're always playing on Wednesday in the Big Ten tournament. We're never getting that double bye. So, fans are just tired. They're getting upset. They're angry. So I agree with both sides completely.
At least it's in front of you. I think if you beat Northwestern, beat Purdue, you're in. So there's your path. And I know you guys say it's kind of a favorable path with Purdue and then Nebraska. I agree with the Friday game. Nebraska would be the team I would pick. I kind of see it as the opposite with Purdue because they've been having a tough end of the season. I almost feel like they're due. And it's March. Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, TKR, they're all going to be – this is their last go-around. This is their last dance. So as an IU fan, I almost feel like they're due to get us on this one. I know Fletcher, Braden, and TKR, they don't want to lose more games than they've won against IU, which they have a chance to here. But that's going to be a huge game because
It's March, though.
On the other
And it's
side of
Purdue.
that coin,
It's March and it's Purdue.
and
It's Matt Painter.
If
Sure.
we want to play devil's advocate
Yeah.
there, that
And
could
if
be
that-
a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing. I mean, there's no pressure on IU at all, and it's
Yeah.
March, and it's Purdue, and it's Matt Painter. I mean, they had some recent success in the tournament, but I mean, they got to the national championship 2 years ago.
But I mean, also Purdue in that game will have the chance to play spoiler against their biggest rival, which
Yeah.
I mean,
True. Yeah.
they're not going to come out flat.
I agree.
They're going to play well.
I don't remember the last time these two played in the Big Ten tournament.
I think
It could have happened in 22-23 before IU lost to Iowa, but I don't remember.
in 1980 they played in the NCAA tournament and they lost to Purdue, and that was Mike Woodson's last game for Indiana, I think, but I'm not sure about the Big Ten tournament.
We're making new history.
Yeah.
Well, while we're talking about the tournament, let's get into the teams that we think are going to do well in the tournament and the teams that we don't trust
In the big tournament.
the big
The
tournament.
big boy
The
tournament.
teams that we are avoiding and the teams that we're trusting in March Madness. Sam, you want to kick us off?
Sure. Go avoid first.
Yeah, let's go through avoid.
A lot of people think this team is potentially the number 1 overall seed. They've been ranked number 1 most of the year. And I'm going with Arizona. I just think, their best 2 players are freshmen, which that's not necessarily what I'm knocking them for, and Braden Burries and Cole Pete. But, they really hang their hat on their defense. All it takes is one good team to have a hot night to end up beating them. And Koa Pete, he's really disappeared in a lot of their big games as of recent. He's put up a couple like 2 points, 5 points, stuff like that. And as team's second leading scorer, especially being a big who's kind of one-dimensional, he's really a bully ball big back to the basket. I don't know how that'll translate in the tournament to where the tournament really loves guard play and guys who can, knock down threes. Braden Burries would kind of being that guy, but I don't necessarily know if Arizona can do it this year. Tommy Lloyd has not had a lot of success in the tournament. That goes towards this point again. But again, I could see them going all the way. It's one of those situations, but I think a lot of people are maybe overrating them to where, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to pick them to be a Final Four team in my bracket when that comes out.
They screw me every year.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like in any other year, I would agree with that. But they've just been so talented this year and so deep. Like the wins they have, like Iowa State, Kansas, Houston, BYU. They lost to Kansas and Texas Tech back to back. I was kind of, a little shaky on them then, but then they come back. They beat BYU again. They just have fantastic wins. So
they're certainly deep.
And they're
really tough Big 12.
And their defense,
Exactly.
You mentioned, it's one of the best defenses in the country, and they've definitely lacked that the previous couple tournaments. They've just relied on a lot of shooting. So I agree with your point about freshman play, but the team that I am going to pick that I do not trust, actually, hold on. I was going to say Arizona, but then I looked at all those wins that they had. I think I saw a crazy stat. They were like, I don't even know, 15-0 against like ranked teams. I'm probably messing that up. But the team that I do not trust, number 8 in KenPom, Purdue, obviously. You get to March. Purdue, what was it, in 2019 they got to the Elite Eight, played
Was that the
Virginia.
Virginia game?
Yeah, just a crazy game. Ryan Klein had a free throw to go up 4. He misses it. Virginia ends up winning that game. Purdue is kind of an obvious pick, but I'm just not. You can't put all your chips in on Purdue in March. So I just, a lot of people are going to say that, but I also think it's true.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kentucky. I think Kentucky is home that definitely avoid putting them in their backup. We've seen a really bad defense this season, I feel like. And, just looking at a stat here, they're outside of the top 20 in efficiency metrics, and I just feel like it's kind of a sign of an early exit. You know what I mean? And I feel like putting them in your bracket is a bad idea this year.
Potential Mark Pope hot seat.
Yeah, dude. Their fans hate Mark Pope.
$22 million roster.
Yeah. Number 1 preseason ranked. They beat Purdue in a preseason game at home. I thought they were going to be very dangerous, but maybe you can't buy a roster. Who knows?
Team I'm avoiding, St. John's. I was going between them and Gonzaga, but I ultimately landed on St. John's. Sam, like you said, the tournament favors good guard play. They just haven't had it all season long. Even Bettino said that. They don't have great guard play. And you look at their schedule, and they're like, whoa, they've won 16 out of their last 17 games. It's like, well, the Big East is really
terrible.
weak this year.
Yeah.
That one loss is at UConn, and they lost by 32.
Yeah.
They also beat UConn, which was a great win for them, their best win of the season. But
At the Garden, yeah.
I don't trust St. John's. They have not been tested. Their out of conference schedule is they lost to Alabama, Iowa State, Auburn, it seems Kentucky. It seems like any team out of conference with a pulse that they played, they lost. So
They play hard on defense, but they just do not make up for it on the offensive end whatsoever.
avoid St. John's.
I agree there. Front court's really good.
Yeah.
With Zuby Ejiofor and Bryce Hopkins, Dylan Mitchell. But, I don't think they're going to be able to make the 3. Last year was kind of a similar situation.
Yeah.
Where they ended up having to bench R.J. Luis. So, Pitino, he's not really recruiting the shooters like he probably should. So, Solid pick.
Anybody have any other teams they're avoiding before we move on to teams that we love?
I mean, just to rattle off a couple, like Nebraska, I mean, they're a fun team. I mean, a lot of people might pick them to go a little far just because it's fun to get in the tournament for once. But I don't know. I mean, that lack of experience, I don't think anyone on their team has played in the tournament. I could be wrong. There could be some transfers. But, I mean, they got off to a crazy hot start, and they've kind of been not necessarily sliding. But I don't know. I just don't think they make up for it with the guards.
Do you think they pick up their first tournament win?
Yes,
'Cause
I'd hope so.
The bar's set pretty high for a team who's never won an
Are
NCAA
they slotted
tournament.
as a 4 seed right now?
They could
Around
drop
that
to
like
5.
3 to 4 to 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might depend on how they do in the Big Ten tournament, but the committee recently doesn't really care about the tournament as much.
Depends on the draw because
Yeah.
they get a 5 seed and they catch a 12 seed that like
Yeah.
High Point. I really like High Point this
Yeah.
year. I think they could beat
Who's that kid's name? That Chase
Johnston.
Dude, that's
number
insane.
99.
Only hits threes.
Yep.
He made his first 2-point field goal, I think, like the other day. or
7th
something.
year senior.
Yeah, that's
Like
insane.
High Point always just chucks up threes.
Yeah.
Same situation last year.
Yeah.
That was a
Did they play Purdue?
13-4 against Purdue last year,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That was a popular upset pick.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, they kept it close a lot of the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
But let's get into teams that we're going to pick that go far. Teams we're high on.
Yeah.
I think
we love.
consensus for us was Florida.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Florida.
Roll the clip.
Roll the clip.
Roll
Just
the-
saying. I ranked them
3 weeks
one in our
ago.
yeah.
3 weeks
Putting them
ago.
on
And
the
now in
so
KenPom, they're number 4, so they would fall in that 1 seed line.
How about
Yeah.
That's a good
Defending
call.
national
That's a pretty good
champions.
call.
That's
yeah,
a
dude.
really good call.
They've won 11 straight, too.
bang?
2 losses in
2
SEC.
SEC games.
A down year in the SEC, but still a competent conference unlike the Big East right now.
Yeah.
So
Still third best conference. I
Yeah.
think everyone would agree, but 11 straight in that conference, and they're clicking at the right time. You want to play your best ball in March. That's what they're doing. Henry and I were kind of arguing on their guard play. It's kind of high upside, but low floor with Boogie Flan and Xavier Lee.
Boogie.
But
Boogie.
Thomas Hawk is their guy they're going to go to. He's just a really consistent guy who they can go to in the tournament to go get a bucket whenever he wants. And
Yeah, 17.2 points per game.
Thank you.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. And their defense is also really good as well. So potential back-to-back tourney winners here.
Yeah.
They haven't lost a game in March since 2024.
Obviously, like Duke, Michigan, those teams, they could be easy to pick to go far. But like Florida, I feel like it's a team a lot of people aren't necessarily looking at, and they're the defending national champs.
They've been surprisingly under the radar.
Yeah.
And
I think that's just what you get when the SEC's been down this year.
interesting storyline. That'd be back-to-back for UConn, back-to-back for Florida, and consecutive.
Whoa.
That's 2 champions in 4 years if this happens. So
Florida knows a thing or two about going back to back.
they do.
So
07, 08?
it was something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Joakim Noah, Al Horford.
Yeah.
That's a good storyline to watch there. I don't know if that's ever happened.
That
2
would be
different
cool.
teams go back-to-back and consecutive. I mean, you need at least 4 years to do it, but interesting there. But I know we all kind of agreed on Florida.
Yeah. And I kind of touch on this sometimes, but I just like to note that Florida's jerseys are pretty cool.
They are.
And I've always been one for jerseys, and I think if you've got a cool jersey, you've got a better chance of winning. So let's just
Yeah, when
think
I was
about
a
it.
kid, I would
Think
used
about
to
it.
pick them for that reason, and I would also
Yep.
go to Florida. I'm like, that's pretty cool that they're in the
Exactly.
tournament.
And it's
I
a
go there.
gator.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Alligators are sick.
A team I like is Iowa State.
so do I.
Pick Iowa State. TJ Otzelberger is a great coach. They have a really
Yes.
good defense, and they shoot a ton of threes. I really like them. They have a lot of good wins.
Good guards too.
Yeah, really good guard play.
Great
Kansas,
defense.
Houston. Just a lot of good wins. I mean, just have a good resume. In a really stacked Big 12, they've played really well. I'm going to have them going far. I think they're slotted as a 2 or 3 seed right now, depending on what happens in the Big 12 tournament. But pick Iowa State.
I like it.
You know, or you were saying
I was just going to say, in the same episode, Poto picked Florida 1. I think I had Iowa State as a 3, and ever since that, I kind of regretted it. I think they're more of a 1 or 2. I like them a lot, so good pick.
I had them at a 1, but a team I have no idea what to make of is Kansas.
Oh, I
mean,
have no idea.
They're in the hardest conference by far. they have some crazy wins and they have some really bad losses. And then you got the Darren Peterson aspect to it. So, like, is he going to play? I mean, probably. Is that best for Kansas? I mean, they've won without him. They've lost with him. They've won with him as well. But that'll be interesting. There's a lot of drama there, I feel like.
Yeah,
but they're a team that I'm going to be paying attention to.
What do you mean is he going to play? He's running it back. He said he was.
AJ Devonta said the same thing. They love doing that. Cooper Flagg said the same thing last year. I mean,
I think I'm leaning towards liking Kansas a little bit. I don't know. I think Bryson Tiller's really come along as the year's gone on. Flory's been a good shot blocker and rebounder, and then you have Council and Peterson. So I was leaning towards picking them for this. I don't think they're consistent enough to do that, but I kind of like them.
Once I see who's in their region, I'll make up my mind about Kansas.
Yeah, good point. A team I don't like, but I think will get at least to the Sweet 16 is also Michigan State. It goes to the point I was saying earlier, back a couple episodes ago. Like, they have a really high floor. I just don't think they have a ceiling. I mean, they're not scoring points. They're not hitting threes. They don't make free throws. I mean, but they got guys that crash the boards and get rebounds and get stops. So, hey.
They only make threes and free throws when they're playing IU.
Yes, but that's only off of offensive rebound and then a kick out. Yeah.
January, February.
Izzo.
But yeah, I don't know what to make of them as well. That's tough because a guy like Kurt Tang could make 9 threes. He also could
not play.
Yeah. But yeah, Fears is a guy who I think is going to he's already an extremely high octane guy, and he's just going to elevate that for the tournament. And I think that goes a long way with just having guys who care more. Kohler, Cooper, Fears, it just seems like these guys are Michigan State guys, and they really care about the program itself. So I think that goes a long way, and that just shows how good of a recruiter and program builder Izzo is, because he kind of deserves that title.
I wanted to get in one more sneaky pick before we move on to our next segment. I'm going to go with UCF, another Big 12 team. I think they're slotted in like an 8 or 9 seed right now. If they can win their round of 64 game, they're going to run into a 1 seed. But I think out of any like 8, 9 teams, they can make the most noise.
I like it.
It's a crazy pick. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
Potential for a good call, yeah.
Yeah.
UCF in the Sweet 16.
I have one I didn't mention, and I don't even want to go in depth, but I like Arkansas just because of Darius Akoff. He's my favorite player to watch this season. I think he's a potential top 4 pick in a loaded draft. So Arkansas coming out of SEC, I think they could make a little run here.
All right. Well, we didn't talk about it at all last episode. That's the MLB. We're going to get into our division predictions for every division, starting with the NL. I'll kick us off because I don't want anybody to steal my standings.
Okay.
Starting with the NL Central, I'm going to go Cubs, Brewers, Reds, Pirates, Cardinals.
Okay.
I did have the Reds second over the Brewers until the Hunter Green news swapped them. But Brewers, I don't think they got better this offseason. I think they just got worse.
I can't wait for my list. I'll hold off on that.
I'll move in
the Central, because we can talk. Do we want to talk about the Central now and then move?
I say we give our list and then we talk about the Central.
Okay, so I'll go to my West now. All right, Dodgers won, obviously, and then Giants second. I like the Giants this year.
So do I.
And I really think that these 3 teams, Giants, Padres, Diamondbacks, I mean, that's who I have third, Padres and Diamondbacks fourth. I think, like, they can make some noise. That division every year is always pretty tight.
And then you got the Rockies. The worst franchise ever in any sport.
And then NL East, this is the one I struggled with the most, hands down, in the National League, because I think the top 3 teams, any of them can be first, second, or third. I have the Braves first. Braves have a great offense. Me and Sam were talking before how their pitching isn't great. I mean, they have a lot of injuries, and they're relying a lot on a really old Chris Sale. But that offense is just so good. And then I have the Phillies and the Mets. Even though they got Peralta, I don't think the Mets are going to... They're
the Mets.
They're the Mets. And then I got the Marlins and then the Nationals.
Okay. Now, do I give my full rankings or standings, and then do you have standings?
No, yeah. I
Just
think
go
we
into your
all just
NL.
And then
just rapid fire. Then we can dive into it
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what we're doing here. Should I mention over-unders at all? Because
Sure.
I do have fan graphs. I'll start with the NL Central. I have Cubs over 85.5. Reds over 78.5. Brewers over 82.5. Pirates under 83.5. And Cardinals in last place under 75.5. And these are fan graphs, projections. These aren't any sports book. We'll get into that later. But NL West, Dodgers, I have under. I don't have their number pulled up here. but
103.
I saw 99.5 somewhere.
it was 99, I believe.
Okay. This website's got him at like 103.6. That's insane.
Yeah, it is 99. And then I have the Padres, who Padres Giants was tough. I do have over 79.5, which I think is really low. Then Giants under 82.5. D-backs under 81.5. Then Rockies under 64.5, lowest projections in the league. When we dive into it, I'll talk about the D-backs a little bit, but it hurts me to have them at 4th. I really love them, but this is a stacked division. It's always pretty tight, and someone's got to be 4th. NL East. Here's where we're different here. I have the Mets first in over 89.5. Phillies second, over 87.5. Braves third. Phillies was under. Braves third, under 89.5. Marlins in 4th, over 74.5. And Nationals in last, over 68.5.
So we had the same East, except we just swapped the Braves and the Mets.
Braves, Mets
First
with the
and
Phillies
third.
the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philly sandwich.
Dude.
Watch out for NL East Philly sandwich.
Okay. I'm going to go from worst to best just to spice it up. We're going to start in the Central. I got the Cardinals last. Then I got the Pirates. Then I got the Cubs. Then I have the Reds. And then I got the Brewers. And we'll go into why. Then I got the West. You got the Rockies. I got the Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants, and Dodgers. And then in the East, I got the Nationals, the Miami Marlins, the New York Mets, Philadelphia Phillies, and the Atlanta Braves.
Philly sandwich.
Philly sandwich, there it is.
We just completed the prophecy.
Shoot.
Wow.
My list is pretty similar to Henry's. I'll start with the West. I've got Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants, Rockies. They're
I like that
last.
Diamondbacks
Yeah,
pick.
Diamondbacks too.
Ooh, cheeky.
I've got Central with Cubs, Brewers, Reds, Cardinals, Pirates. And then East, I've got Braves, Phillies, Mets, Marlins, and Nationals.
Philly sandwich.
Philly sandwich, gentlemen.
If the Phillies don't finish second, we're screwed.
We have to cancel
We're
everything.
I have a question. How are you guys falling for the Brewers thing again?
Every year.
How are you doing it?
Every year they get worse, and then they win more games, and
They got
sick of it.
5 wins better for trading Freddie Peralta.
I
We
am
don't know how yet,
sick
but
of it.
they did.
Sportsbook projecting 86.5.
It's because
They're going to win like 100 games. Like, they just always do this.
They've never had a bad farm prospect ever.
No.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're cheating. I just can't prove it yet.
I had that in mind because in my notes, like, I had the Reds over them just because I'm going to root for the Reds.
Right.
And I think before the Hunter Green injury, it was tough, but I still have the Brewers going over. You have to give the Brewers the benefit of the doubt every year. And for that reason, it's why I have the Pirates at 4th, because I really like
That's
Pirates
disrespectful
going into
to
the
the
season.
Brewers.
I know it is, but you have to give the benefit of the doubt.
I know it is.
They give up, the Peralta trade, it's like the Corbin Burns trade where they give up Burns just at the right time. They get great value out of him. They're never going to lose a trade, it seems like, and every prospect ends up being
A home run.
at least 3 WAR player somehow.
Do you see what I did there?
Home run, baseball, similar to the Philly sandwich.
Yeah.
If the Brewers were the Reds, I feel like they would have dealt Hunter Green just because they would have
100%.
known. They would have known.
100%.
And Lodolo at the deadline last year, I was an advocate for
Pat
that.
Murphy does devil magic in the dugout.
Yes.
Henry, I want to hear
Yeah, I do too.
the explanation of Cubs
Yeah.
third.
Okay, the Reds and Cubs, I am so back and forth on. Oh,
I knew it was coming.
but look, even with the Hunter Green injury, I still think the Reds have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. I mean, because Hunter Green's hurt now, I mean, everyone gets bumped up, but you still got Rhett Lauder, you got Chase Burns, Julian Aguilar, however you say his name, Brandon Williamson. I think Brandon Williamson's a great pitcher. I mean, in 2023, we expected nothing from him. Gets called up in Colorado, does well all year. Was out all last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the Reds have the advantage in the pitching and the bullpen. Although I am a little worried about the bullpen this year, just because it was so good last year. It's like, can they really hold that? And you get Sal Stewart for an entire year. I think he might win Rookie of the Year. I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm a little biased, so I'm going to lean towards the Reds.
Because you're wearing red, so.
That's true. But the Cubs, it's nothing against the Cubs. I mean, the Bregman pickup was great. They're always contending in the Central. It's more just the Brewers. Like, they can't keep getting away with this, you know?
They are cheating. They have to be cheating.
You didn't even mention, for the Reds, addition of Eugenio Suarez.
True, yeah. Power bat.
In that lineup, it seems like the
Much
Reds,
needed power.
the Reds have lacked, one, a DH, and two, a consistent power hitter at cleanup for like the last 6 years, it seems like. And they get Suarez, who's going to probably DH every day and hit behind Elliott at cleanup. So I think that's a huge thing there. If he's, I don't know if he'll hit 49 home runs like he did last year,
Yeah.
but if he gets like
He just needs to hit 35.
33 home runs,
Yeah.
that'll go a long way for this offense. And yeah, Sal Stewart, I think he's a high upside guy.
The resurgence of Matt McClain also.
Oh,
My God, I love Matt McClain.
He's my X factor.
There you go.
He's hit like 5 home runs in spring training so far. That's not even why. I think just coming off a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
I mean, he was horrible last year after missing all of 2024. So look for him to kind of get back into it. My 2 X factors are him and Sal Stewart. I just think Sal's a potential Rookie of the Year guy, and he could end up, hot take, he could end up being this team's best hitter all year.
I think he has the potential to be a better hitter than Ellie. He has a higher
I
upside
agree.
in the box. Yeah, he's just a better hitter.
I agree.
In my opinion, the upside is there.
yeah. I remember like when we were, you know, like actually watching the Reds live, and I remember
Yeah.
McClain had like a decent game when we were there, and I just remember like the only thing you guys were talking about was like, oh, he used to be good. He used to be good. So I'm excited to see
Yeah, he was
the
the man.
resurgence of McClain. It's
Yeah,
gonna be fun to watch.
It's gonna be awesome.
because
Ryan. Oh, sorry, go
very
ahead.
good. I didn't know about the shoulder injury, so that's
Yeah.
that's
Missed a whole season.
I still think he was a net positive though last year in the field.
Yeah.
He was fantastic at second. I mean, the infield's looking pretty good for the Reds as well. The defense got way better, I think. I mean, Noelvi and Wright is a little. We'll see what happens, but I mean, you got JJ Bleday, you got Will Benson, you got a lot of depth, and I mean, injuries are bound to happen. And in the past, the Reds have not had depth. I mean, Santiago Espinal was playing some first base last year in DH. Like, there was just no depth at all. So, Spencer Steer also started opening day while he was hurt. Like, they just needed a guy to play, and he wasn't ready at all. So, I mean, the Reds got depth this year, so that's why I gave them the edge.
Ryan, tell us about the
super
Cubs.
excited.
Yeah.
Because I know you're building up.
Now it's your time.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll shut up.
You could also argue the same thing with the Cubs about
Yeah.
their pitching. I mean, it seems like they've built like a 7-man rotation. Honestly, when Steele comes back healthy, he didn't play at all last season. Well, he played a little bit, got hurt in like April.
Yeah.
But he'll come back around May. I mean, Shota didn't pitch his best post All-Star break last year, but he was pitching a little hurt. So, I mean, always hope he can just get better. I mean, at least just be like the 5th man in the rotation. Matthew Boyd, he's due to decline a little bit, but he still had his best career year last year.
Tough night last night. as
Yeah.
in the
Well, that was
WBC.
Bryce Turang sabotage.
Yes.
Get him off of Team USA.
Yes.
Edward Cabrera, that was a great
Yes.
pickup. Cade Horton, I mean, probably should have been NL Rookie of the Year last year.
I mean, he was the ace, it seemed like, for you
Yeah.
guys last year.
I mean, we didn't even have him in the playoffs. You could argue we have him in that Brewers series. The Cubs are in the NLCS, but no, I mean,
The Brewers.
I think that's why we're loading up so much on pitching, because at the end,
Yeah.
the wheels just kind of fell off. All of our starters were hurt. I mean, Jameson Taillon, he seemed like he was our best arm, him and Horton down the stretch. And then our offense, it's all dependent on PCA. You saw before the All-Star break last year, the Cubs had one of the best offenses, if not the best offense in the league. And that's because PCA was playing at an MVP type level. Obviously, after the break, he not fell off, but his numbers dipped down pretty dramatically. But he still played very well. But I mean, Bregman, that's a great pickup. You know what you're going to get with him. He's a great bat. You lost Kyle Tucker, but I mean, Kyle Tucker after the All-Star break was hurt. It also looked like he had one foot out the door anyways.
Did
I
not
agree.
be there.
Didn't want to be there. Michael Busch might be the most underrated first baseman in all
Agreed.
baseball.
He's a walking 30 home runs.
Yeah,
Great
exactly.
leadoff bat.
And then Nico Horner, you know what you're going to get. A 290 hitter that can steal bases and won't strike out. So
And you have the French killer, Dansby Swanson.
I thought it was Italy.
Italy, yeah.
Italy killer, Dansby Swanson.
All of Italy, he destroys.
Yeah.
We did lose the game, but it wasn't because of Dansby.
It's not because of him.
So
I think-
I like the Cubs.
You're 100% right about PCA. It's like a cop-out take to say their best player is the X factor, but it's 100% correct because he was a MVP candidate in the first half last year, and the fall off, you can really see it in the Cubs standings and just the overall morale of the team. He's another guy who this year potential MVP guy, and you know if his glove is probably the best center field glove in the league, so his floor is that high. If he puts up like 33 home runs with a 850 OPS, I think he's just so much more effective than anybody else because of that glove. And I think he's at his speed too. He can burn it on the base pass. I think PCA is the X factor. As much as a casual take that might sound, it's 100% correct because he can make this team from 85 wins to 100 plus, and I firmly believe that.
Before we move on to the AL, I want to say, Poto, I really liked your Diamondbacks in second place in the West pick.
Yeah,
I think that I was tempted to put them
Cool.
higher. It
Yeah.
hurt me to put them fourth, but they're a team that was in the World Series like what 3 years
23?
ago. Like putting them second's not crazy. I really like that pick.
Thank you.
I think Ketel Marte is the most underrated player in baseball, and they have Corbin Carroll as well.
Perdomo.
Yeah. It's their pitching that is going to have to carry them because Corbin Burns is out for the start of the season.
Zach Gallen didn't play his best ball last year.
Not at all. He was a bad pitcher last year.
Yeah.
And Merrill Kelly as well. He's kind of declined a bit, but I had them fourth. It did hurt me because I really do love their offense, but that division's too tough with Dodgers, Padres, and Giants ahead of them.
And Rockies. You know.
And Rockies. Do we want to talk a little bit about the NL East before we move on? Because
Sure.
I know
The Philly sandwich.
I know the Philly sandwich was a little bit of a topic there, and I believe I'm the only person who had the Mets first. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Braves.
I
What are
third.
you thinking?
Okay. I mean, I just want to go through
It's
their
the
additions.
Mets.
I mean, Peralta and
They
Bichette.
get better. They're the opposite of the Brewers. They get better every year, and they're kind of like IU basketball when they do well in the portal. Like we always win the off season, but
Their pitching was so bad last year.
So bad.
And I mean, I'll just go through all their additions. Luis Robert Jr., extremely low floor, incredibly high ceiling. Marcus Semien for Nemo, who a little bit controversial. Bo Bichette, Jorge Polanco, Freddie Peralta, Devin Williams, and Luke Weaver from the Yankees bullpen.
Dreamweaver.
And then
Let's go.
to go along with Nolan McLean being a rookie last year, he was their ace. I think Freddie Peralta, McLean, I think that's a really good 1-2 punch. And I just think they're going to win this division. I think their offense is so good. I didn't even mention Juan Soto, possibly the best hitter in baseball, to go along with all these additions. Bo Bichette just made a World Series. I know he wasn't a huge contributor in the playoffs being hurt, but I believe he'll be playing third for them because they're kind of a loaded infield with Lindor and Simeon. But, I mean, I got this team winning this division and possibly being a 100-win team.
I just think
It could happen.
I don't know.
It's not even like absurd to say. Like how you said the Cubs could go from 100 wins to 85 wins. I feel like it's the same thing with the Mets. It's either they could be an NLCS candidate or miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
The talent is definitely there, but in a 162 game season, if the culture's not there, if guys don't like playing with each other, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We kind of saw a little bit after the All-Star break last year, a little bit of that. There's a lot of there's no chemistry really going on in the clubhouse, and it just doesn't seem like these guys like baseball all that much. I mean, there's been stuff recently coming out about like asking players about the culture, and you're just getting weird answers. I think the best thing the Mets could do is get a new manager, a culture guy, bring the entire team together, because, I mean, the talent is 100% there. They should be an 100-win team. They should be in the postseason. There's no reason they shouldn't make the postseason like every single year. And last year, the only reason the Reds made it was because the Mets just handed it to us. So, yeah.
All right, let's get into our AL. Now, I don't know as much about the AL as I do the NL, but we'll get
NL
we'll get
Central
started.
fanatic.
I'll start with my Central, which is just it's a fun division.
Yes.
I got the Tigers first, and then Guardians, Royals, Sox,
Such a bad
Twins.
division.
White Sox over the Twins. I think.
Whoa!
I think the White Sox improve.
Did the Twins
just
have a
wait.
good year last year?
Oh, just wait.
The Twins are just the
No, no, no.
Twins.
Twins had a twin season last
No. The Twins love to have a really awful season, and then right
yeah.
after they have an amazing season, and vice versa. It just
It's true. They did not have a great season
they'll
last year.
be second in the division for sure.
Okay, wait. Sox under Twins.
There you go.
All right, West. I got Mariners, Rangers, Astros, A's, Angels. I was tempted to put the A's higher, but I couldn't do it. And then the East. This was the toughest one for me. I got the Blue Jays, Red Sox, Yankees, Orioles,
Yeah.
Rays.
That is a tough division to predict.
Me too. Good job.
Good call.
Okay. AL Central, Tigers, Guardians, Royals, Twins, White Sox. AL West, Mariners, Rangers, Astros, A's, Angels. AL East, Yankees, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Orioles, Rays.
All right. AL Central, I got the Tigers, I got the Guardians, I got the Twins, I got the Royals, and I got the White Sox. In the East, I have the Mariners, I have the A's, I have the Rangers, the A's, and then the Angels. Did I say the A's twice?
You should. I love them.
Mariners, Astros. Yeah, I said A's second on accident. Astros, Rangers, A's, Angels. And in the East, I don't have my mind made up a ton right now. I think I'm going to go with the Yankees first. I'm going to go with Boston second. I'm going to go with the Blue Jays third, then the Orioles, and then the Rays. I hate putting the Rays last. I mean, they do a good job. Kevin Cash as their manager.
on
They might be like
Rays.
the best last place team that
Yeah,
we've seen.
yeah.
Their
Good
line is
division.
like 79.5. Like everyone in the AL East was like in between 87 wins and 79. So this division could go.
I'm interested to see what the Orioles do because they were so hurt last year, and they had a great regular season in 2024.
Really bad pitching.
Yeah.
Last year too.
I mean, the offense is there when it's healthy. Pitching's there when it's healthy. I mean, they're in the
Alonso.
toughest division, I think.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Pete Alonso. That's a
Yeah.
great pickup.
Yeah. And I think the Red Sox are going to be a fun watch as well. They had a good year last year. The Yankees were having a great year until they fell off near the end. And then the Blue Jays obviously getting to the World Series. I don't think they're going to follow that up. I'm going to go with the Yankees over the Blue Jays. But it'll be an interesting division.
Yeah. All right, so starting with AL Central, I've got Twins.
Whoa! Nice!
Twins at 1.
He's going with the bad you're
I'm
good
doing
year
it.
philosophy.
I'm doing it.
I love it.
Then I've got Tigers. Then I've got Guardians, Royals, White Sox.
I think I like that.
AL West, I've got Astros, Rangers, Mariners, Angels, A's. Then East, I've got Yankees, Orioles, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Rays.
I can see all that
I'm going Rays last. I
That's
mean, I just
not
feel like
crazy.
bottom team. I like it, but I think Twins at AL Central is. Come on, let's do it.
He's expecting
It's
Byron Buxton to be-
takeable. It's a yeah.
So you
It's a
two,
division.
Gotta
you
lose
two
some to
aren't
win
very
some.
high on the Blue Jays. You both had them third.
I want to talk about the AL
I mean,
East
they
a lot.
Yeah.
lose Bo Bichette. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say it was a fluke last year, but we'll see.
I guess
Good
we'll
see.
division.
We'll
I don't
see.
think the Yankees are going to collapse like they did last year.
I think the team to beat in the AL is the Mariners. I'm gonna have them going to my World Series or to the
But
World
they
Series
lost Eugenio Suarez.
from the AL. Oh, shit.
about that. I think they lost Suarez, but they got Donovan from the Cardinals, and he'll play third for them where Suarez was at. I think this could potentially be a plus for them, just getting a high on base guy, higher average than Suarez, much lower home
it's
run.
not like they didn't have power.
But they have Cal Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh,
Yeah.
Josh Naylor.
Yeah, like I think a guy like Donovan will really help them out, and I like that World Series pick a lot.
I want the A's to make some noise in the AL West. It's about time.
I
The
almost
Sacramento A's.
put them in my third spot over the Astros.
Nick Kurtz, Wilson, Butler, Soderstrom.
Lawrence Butler. It's such
I
a
mean,
cool name.
Shea Langeliers.
We didn't even talk about Lawrence Butler when you were talking about the A's.
Oh, it's awesome.
He was on the A's.
Future Red.
It was on the.
It was just on the
Rays. What?
He was on the A's.
Willie Major.
Willie
This
Major.
is my name.
Do we want to talk about the Central at all? I mean, Poto, you had the Twins first.
I did.
I had the Twins last. We
Listen,
got to talk about this.
I think this division for me is the most set in stone. Tigers first.
No,
Well, I mean, they
Despite
choked it last year.
I disagree.
It was in a historic
Yeah.
choke to choke away that division. I mean, they still beat the Guardians in that wild card, which, I mean, if they didn't,
yeah.
fire everybody. But I don't think it's as much as a gimme as we think.
I completely agree with that.
I mean, yeah, I've got Twins at 88.5 for on Sportsbook. So
It's a crazy sports book.
But why?
but I don't know why. But I just know that's
Just a feeling.
just a feeling.
Trust your gut.
Trust your gut.
That's the one.
I need you guys to convince me on the
No,
Royals.
I'm gonna need a reason on the Tigers first. That they're not gonna win the division.
I'm not saying I have them to pick the Central. I have them to win the Central. I just don't think it's that much of a gimme. I mean, they were
who do you
running
have
I'm
away
in the
with it
same
last year.
boat. I have the Tigers winning that division, but
Who's the biggest
Who
threat?
knows?
Guardians or Royals?
the
I think
Twins.
I think it's the Guardians because I mean they're always just there. They're always good.
Stephen Vogt.
They're kind of like the Brewers of the AL. Not a ton
Yeah.
of huge
Yeah.
names. I mean they got
Put the
J
ball
Ram
in play. They
obviously.
move the man over. They
They
score runs.
always have good pitching. They always have good base running. They're just always going to be a thorn in the Tigers' side.
And they've got Chase DeLauder, who made his debut in the playoffs, one of their top prospects, and Travis Bazzana. His ETA is this year. Former number one
True.
pick in 24 or 25, one of the years.
24.
In 2024, yeah, number one overall pick. ETAs this year, I think, depending on when he comes up, that would be the case for the Guardians to win the division if those two guys end up playing like a lot of people expect them to. But there's a lot of questions. I know Stephen Kwan, his name was thrown out in a lot of trade talks last offseason. Will they make a move there? I don't know, but I think Jose Ramirez is he's the best anchor in the league.
Yeah.
He's like just a walking 280, 40 home runs and like a 890 OPS, and he's gonna have a good glove at third.
He can steal bases.
He can do everything. So
Well said.
I do still think the Tigers win this division.
Last team I want to talk about before we get out of here. It seems like we all had the Red Sox at different spots.
Yes.
What do you think? Because I've
Yeah.
heard on social media from a lot of Red Sox fans that they hated the offseason they had. I mean,
Really?
They lost Bregman. I don't know. I have not seen a lot of positivity within Red Sox fans. I have them at second behind the Blue Jays in mine. Henry, was it you had them first?
I had him second
Second?
behind the Yankees.
Third. I think this division's just the hardest to
Yeah,
get.
it's just they're relying on a lot of young talent, and they do have a lot of young talent. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a tough
Anthony,
division. Yeah, Roman
Marcelo
Duran.
Meyer.
Both played well in that game last night between USA and Mexico.
They did add Ranger Suarez in their
Yeah.
rotation, who I love. He's just a consistent dude. He'll give you innings. They have Garrett Crochet as well,
Who's like a Cy Young
top
candidate.
5 pitcher in the league.
Yeah.
Reds are gonna have to face him on opening day. It's
Keep
gonna-
those two guys healthy.
Nice.
Keep those two guys healthy, and I think they make the playoffs as a wild card. I do have the Yankees win this division, so it'll have to be through wild card. But yeah, I mean, I think the top 3 or top 4, it can go in any way with
Yeah.
the Yankees, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Orioles. It's like all 4 of those teams are potential 90-win teams.
And they've all had recent success.
Yeah.
I mean,
they
the
really
Orioles
all
were
have.
terrible last year, but 2
Orioles
years
were
ago,
the best team in
yeah,
baseball 2 years
exactly.
ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
They get Pete Alonso, Chris Bassett,
Gunnar Henderson's Gunnar Henderson.
and they
Yep.
picked up Taylor Ward as well. So AL East is going to be a fun division to watch. I think top 4 can go any way. I do think the Rays are kind of at the bottom, despite the
He
Gavin
was
Lux
on the
move.
Rays.
Knew it
Jake
was
Fraley,
coming.
Gavin Lux.
Yeah, what are you talking? They got Gavin Lux. They're
Oh my god.
Gavin Lux traded.
And I don't know, Shane McClanahan's coming back too, so maybe top 5 could go in any way in the AL East, but it'll be fun to watch.
Do we have any final thoughts
Let's see.
before we get out of here?
Matt McClain is going to be
Matt McClain.
so good.
Matt
this
McClain
year.
on top.
In the AL, I don't know. We didn't mention the Rangers, who we said
Oh, we didn't. Yeah.
we could
They're so weird.
have a weird team because
Yeah.
they just got Mackenzie Gore from
Mackenzie Gore, Nathan Eovaldi, Jacob DeGrom. They have great pitching.
good top 3.
That's a really good top 3.
And the Simeon Nemo trade was really weird when it happened. So
Should we preview the Ellie segment right here? I have a question. Corey Seager or Ellie De La Cruz?
Ooh,
Elliot De La Cruz.
Ellie De La Cruz. It was always Ellie.
Corey Seager.
All right,
Ooh.
thank you guys.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah,
Should've put
Corey
the Cubs
Seager's a
third.
cool player.
Yeah, I think should have put the.
I think we just end with that.
All right. Well, no show next week.
What?
Fortunately, we're on spring break, but we still have a lot of fun content.
That's right.
Selection Sundays this Sunday. We will have our brackets made. We'll have videos made about that and maybe some golf content coming up.
There could be some golf content coming up, fellas.
Exciting stuff happening, but
Good.
we will not see you on a pod next week.
You will not hear our voices coming out of these mics next week. But on that note, don't get your car towed.
Go A's.
See ya.
Have a good day.
Go Twins.